Good morning, students. In our previous class, we have started our chapter number 9, that is, a Rise of Kingdoms and Republics. So, students, this is a very important chapter how the kingdoms are rise and republics. So, in the previous class, we have discussed the points the Mahajanapadas, Khosala, we have discussed. Now, today, we are going to discuss about the Avanti. In central Malwa and the adjoining areas lays the state of Avantis. Avanti was divided into two parts by the Vindhyas. The Avanti is divided into two parts. The southern region has its capital at Ujjain, and the northern region has its capital is Maheshmati. Both Ujjain and Maheshmati were important towns. Avanti was one of the chief rivals of Magda and was a powerful kingdom. Avanti, also a rival of Magda, and it's a very powerful kingdom. Now, second one is Vatsa. The Vatsa capital lays 40 miles from Allahabad at Koshambi. The Vatsas were a Kuru clan who has shifted from Hastinapur and settled down at Koshambi. Means they shifted from Hastinapur and settled here. Here in Koshambi. Koshambi was located near the confluence of the Ganga and Yamuna. And Koshambi is located where Ganga and Yamuna merges in the Uttar Pradesh. It has a strong fortified capital. It has a strong capital, means Vatsa is a strong capital. Now, Magda. Magda was an ancient Indian kingdom in southern Bihar. And the Magda is also an ancient Indian kingdom in the southern Bihar. It emerges as a powerful Mahajanapada which fought wars with each other. Means they fought with each other frequently for gaining more and more fertile area or river valleys areas. Several factors contributed to the rise of Magda. Our Magda played an important role. Means Magda played a very important role in the development of Jainism and Buddhism, and two of its greatest empires. And two of its greatest empire, the Mauryan Empire and the Gupta Empire. Now, the strategic and fertile location. It is very strategic and fertile location. Magda was strategically located, which made it difficult for enemies to enter its territory for a long time. Means its capital, Rajgira, was surrounded by 5 hills. Means the capital was surrounded by 5 hills, and for the enemies, it is very tough to compete with the hills first and with their opponent. And the later capital Pataliputra was situated at the confluence of Ganga and Son river. Due to this reason, it formed a kind of water fort or Jal Durga. It makes a water fort. The name it Jal Durga. Second one is fertile land. The fertile land of the Gangetic Basin yielded good harvest. Means they get good crops, vegetable here. Due to high productivity, enormous land revenue was received by the kingdom. Means many amount will be received by the kingdom, which formed a large part of the income of Magda, and that will become the income source of the Magda and was used by king to maintain the large army, and that amount, that income is used by the kingdom, by king, to maintain its large army. Mineral deposit. Magda had rich mineral deposits like copper, and iron in Chota Nagpur region and the other hilly areas. These minerals were greatly used in making weapons, and they are used in make weapons and instruments. Irons were widely used by the people of Magda for making weapons. Having control over iron ore rich regions gave Magda an added advantages. Now the thick forest. Magda has a vast thick forest covers which supplied timber and had a lot of elephants. Means that forest had a very thick means very thick forest which supplied timber and had a lot of elephants there. Timber obtained from the forest was mainly utilized for building houses, and with the help of timber, with the help of this wood timber, they built the houses, forts, and chariots. Elephants were used in the army on a large scale, and the elephants they use their elephants in the army, means a lot of elephants they use in the army. Military strength. Magda had a big standing army. They had a very large army. It was the first Mahajanapada to employ elephant in the war on a large scale. They are the first who uses the elephant as an army in a very large scale. They had four-fold army system: chariots, infantry, cavalry, and the elephants. Powerful rulers. Magda were ruled by powerful rulers such as Bimbisara and his son. Magda was ruled by two persons, mainly Bimbisara and his son, Ajatsatru. And Mahapadma Nanda, they constantly tried to expand their territory and made their kingdom rich and powerful. They try to expand it, to try to increase their territories, to make the territory very rich and very powerful. Now the flourishing trade. How they flourish their trade and business. Magda became a powerful region due to the increase in the productivity. They increase the productivity because the Magda region lie in the fertile region. So increase their productivity, resources as minerals, as well as flourishing trade, flourishing the business with other regions. Now, the profit derived from the trade and commerce was largely utilized to maintain the large army. And the profit that they receive by the trade and commerce, that profit is utilized to maintain its large enemy, to buy the weapons, to buy the helmets, to buy the all the important things for the wars, for the army. So student, that's all from today's class. We will discuss about Magdavatsa Avanti in this class. We will gonna discuss about Bimbisara, Ajatsatru, Shishunanga dynasty, Nandas, and the invasion of Alexander in the next class. Till then, read the chapter. Thank you.